Greetings and welcome. Hey there, beautiful souls. I'm Dr. Sweet. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Sweet Spot. Yes, it's Monday. Another Monday. Praise God. You're alive. You are well. It is well with you. It is well with your hands. It is well with your eyes. It is well with your body. It is well with your mind. Even if it doesn't feel well, you're going to declare it well today. All right. Now that we've established that, let's talk. Wow, you can tell I already had my coffee. Okay, so this is Making Moves Monday. You're listening to The Sweet Spot, where neuroscience, ancient wisdom, and real life come together to help us rise. So, all week long, we're going to be diving into a brand new series called Facing Giants, a 7-day journey through mindset, movement, and momentum, because it takes all three to overcome a giant. When we are facing a big challenge, we have to have the right mindset. And this is Making Moves Monday, so you got to make a move. You can't just be paralyzed and just standing there and not doing anything. And then once you start making your move, you've got to have some momentum. And it takes all three, mindset, movement, and momentum, to overcome the big challenge, to face the big giant that's standing in your way. Because let's be honest, giants come in many forms. They're like these huge mountains, these external huge figures that are standing in front of us, trying to stop us from getting our way. But let's be real also, they are not always external. Giants can be internal. Fear, shame, burnout, just to name a few. Comparison, doubt, delay, poor self-esteem. These are giants. They're internal giants. And they can show up louder than some of the external giants we face. They can block your vision. Yeah, doubt and fear can do that. And they can be overwhelming. But here's the thing. These giants are not just obstacles. They're teachers. They reveal to us what still needs healing in us. They expose where our faith might be thin or lacking. And you know what? We may not like hearing this, but these giants that are in our lives, these huge obstacles, these challenges are here to grow us, if we're willing to face them. But growth alone isn't enough, is it, when you're facing a giant? These giants have to be dealt with. They must be faced. And today, we're making the first move on Making Moves Monday here by naming your giant, because that's the key thing. Sometimes the biggest reason we don't move in life is because we haven't even defined what we're fighting. And let me tell you something, when you don't define what you're fighting, when you don't name it, your brain avoids taking action. We're designed not to take action, not to make a move when the threat or the task is too unclear. We freeze. And you know what that's called? In neuroscience, they call that the ambiguity effect. It causes us to hesitate, to procrastinate, and it can even generate a lot of anxiety. We've talked about the amygdala here and how that threat detection center in the brain can ramp up when it senses fear. So here's the good news. It means that when we name the challenge, when we identify it and call it something, it reduces the fear. It gives your brain something concrete to target. And that's how you make your move. That's how movement begins. And this is backed up in the ancient wisdom. Well, you knew I was going to get to ancient wisdom today. We do it every week. It's not just about neuroscience here on the Sweet Spot. It's about combining that neuroscience with what we can learn from ancient wisdom. And in 1 Samuel, we encounter a story about giants. I know you know this, David and Goliath. And there's so much to unpack this week from this. Let's just stay in the Making Moves Monday, name it, pathway. So, Goliath appears and he's taunting everyone and daring everyone to come fight him. Everybody's scared. This is a real giant. What a Philistine, right? He's scary. And most giants, they're designed to scare us. So here's the thing. David in 1 Samuel says this to somebody else. He says, hey, what will be done for the man who kills this Philistine and removes this disgrace? Literally, that's what David said. What will be done for the man who kills this Philistine and removes this disgrace? You see, David didn't just see Goliath. He called him out. He named the enemy. He didn't just see a giant. He also named the cost. And he named the reward. What will I get out of this? What will happen to me if I tackle this giant and I really handle it and I get rid of it? Wow. That kind of clarity? Oh my. That's the mindset that makes moves. That's how you start. So David gave us a clue. The giant in front of you is never bigger than the God within you. That's paraphrased from Malcolm Gladwell. He wrote on David and Goliath, and I just want to give him the credit that in David's mind, there was something inside of him that was already bigger than this giant. Just like for you, there's something bigger inside of you than this giant. You may or may not realize it yet, but that's what the ancient wisdom is letting us know. Listen, it's not about the size of your problem. That's the whole idea of this game, David and Goliath. It's not about the size of the problem. It's about the scale of your belief. Real talk. Real talk. It's about your belief. So what's your Goliath right now? Not just what's annoying you, but what giant has been blocking your next move, your next level? Listen, you can't conquer what you won't confront. That's another lesson we learned from David and Goliath. And Making Moves Monday means we don't sidestep the battle. We walk towards it with clarity. We've named it, we've identified it, we've figured out what we're going to get out of conquering it, and we're going forward. So what's today's challenge, my friends? I want you to take 3 minutes and I want you to name your giant. What is your giant? Is it fear of failure? Is it perfectionism? Is it a little nagging voice that says, I can't, I'm not sure? Whatever it is, write it down. Make it plain and then ask. I want you to ask this question to yourself. What has this thing, this giant, stolen from me? And what is it trying to stop me from becoming? How is it affecting my life? What is it robbing me of? Look, because when you know your giant, when you have done the work of identifying what's going on, you can start moving with purpose. And tomorrow, oh boy, tomorrow on Take Action Tuesday, we're talking about why you can't fight wearing somebody else's armor. We'll break down the power of showing up in what fits you. Even if it doesn't make sense and it looks a little unconventional, you come up and you show up with your own armor. This is Dr. Derek Sweet, and you're listening to The Sweet Spot. You've got this, and I believe in you, and I'll see you tomorrow for Take Action Tuesday. Until then, be strong and walk towards your giant. Hey, if you like what you're hearing and you haven't signed up yet, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you have a friend or family member who you think is facing a giant or could use some wisdom around how to approach a giant, pass this along. Take care.